James D. Lillard Field, which is my high school football stadium. We just walked through the main entrance, and as you can tell, it was handicap accessible, no stairs to get in or anything. We're going to walk down to get into the front of the stadium, and as you can see, we have stairs, but they've also ramped it off so you can get down. But the funny thing is that when you get down into the stadium, one of the major problems that we have is that none of our stadium seating is handicap accessible. Every way up into the seats, you have to go upstairs. So that's a major problem here that needs to be addressed. Americans with Disability Act was enacted in 1980. The stadium was built in 1977, so it's not required to be compliable with ADA, but we are actually in the process of building a new stadium, or getting the money and plans together to build a new stadium. So once that happens, all of this will have to be ADA compliant. Another thing that I noticed was all of these trash cans that are over here. They're full of trash and water and leaves and debris, and they're being blown all over the place. So they just need to be stored properly. And as we walk out here to the field, we have the tarp that is used on the sidelines. I would like to see that this be put up when it's out of season. I'm sure it's very expensive, and it's equipment that they use. So when it's out of season, it should be put up and taken care of. But also, another thing is that this is our track for the long jump, and as you can tell, it's old and cracked and it's pilling up. The old one is underneath, it's been replaced, and this is our pit that is currently being covered up with the long jump mats. This is not proper use of equipment and taking care of equipment, and they should have a better way to cover up this mat or the pit instead of using the pole vaulting mats, which I thought was pretty funny. So now we're gonna go underneath the stadium. There are several entrances to get up, but one I wanted to talk about in particular was the middle one over here that's painted. And actually, when it rains, this is very slippery right through here. This paint, it's not any special kind of paint. As you can tell, it's chipping and peeling, and it was just painted. But it gets really, really slippery. And also, it rained yesterday here, and so all of this is wet. This is underneath of the stadium, and as you can see at top, it leaks, which has caused a bunch of mold and mildew to grow on the top. And a good use of this down here would be to use during lightning emergencies and things like that, but with it leaking when it rains, that purpose cannot be used anymore, because it just stays wet when it rains and all this mold is up here. And then another thing I wanted to talk about was this railing right here. As you can see, it drops off pretty far, and this is could be one of those attractive nuisances that we heard about in our video. Kids will play on this and push each other around, and it would be really easy for someone to fall through and fall down to the bottom and get hurt. So a nice railing that doesn't have holes in it to keep kids out of there. I would also like to see that it be blocked off down here going underneath the stadium, just to keep kids out of here. You know, another attractive nuisance, playing around in these rocks and things. Alright, so going back up the stairs, this is where our concession stand is, and I think it's good. This is a pretty small space, as you can tell, to fit a bunch of people in here between quarters, buying food and things. So we've actually painted these arrows on the ground to kind of organize a line better than everyone just crowding right here in this area. So this stadium is